You may remember last year I made a video called The Lost Magic of LEGO Star Wars. This was the quintessential Star Wars title, and it captured a particular kind of muted magic. And it was great, providing a fun and light-hearted, sometimes parody take on all the iconic moments. The LEGO Star Wars games still simultaneously managed to make you feel all the excitement and the thrills. I spoke about the charm of the mumbling little Legos from the first two LEGO Star Wars games, and how that magic has slowly dissipated as we've moved into more dialogue-driven LEGO games. Or the frightful pull the dialogue directly from the movies and stuff them into the levels LEGO games. Because of the new reliance on dialogue, the physical comedy was less relied upon to get a laugh. Now all of that has been degraded too. Oftentimes the sight gag will be, oh look, an animal popping up where they shouldn't. Lol, so random. I finally spoke about my desire for a mumble mode, but questioned whether or not it was something that could be toggled on and off given the fact that the LEGO characters move in sync to the voice performances now. It seemed like mumbling Legos were a thing of yesterday for good. The LEGO series doesn't need to put narrative first. Its priority is being a sandbox simulator for the Star Wars world in buildable interactive LEGO form. The charm of the recreated stories is a big part of it, sure, but the gameplay is king. I'm happy to be shown some quaint mute Legos acting out the real scenes like it's an Amdram theatre performance. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga already looked awesome. Detailing levels and characters from all 9 films. Even the Rise of Skywalker stuff looked pretty good to me. The visuals of that movie are not the problem, so I think it will be really fun to play through it. I've been excited for it since they announced it, but the gameplay trailer they just dropped has changed everything, because they have brought back the mumbles. The magic may be restored. We'll find out. I think this is literally the best of both worlds, because people that didn't like the mumbles, you can still have the dialogue stuff, and it's going to be fully voiced rather than like snippets from the films or whatever. But if you do want the mumbles, you can just tick it on, and you can have a fun little time. I'm so excited. Oh, mumbling Legos in a Star Wars game. What year is this? You know, it was great to have Tobey Maguire back and Keanu Reeves back, and it will be cool to have Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen back, and it will be cool to have Michael Keaton back. God, they're really milking this, aren't they? But the coolest thing that I never expected to be back was mumble mode. Raider! I think all the LEGO games are fun, and your preference for them is probably rooted in what film series you love the most that they're riffing on. One of the things from the trailer that I really was impressed by is how much the gameplay has been completely overhauled. Screw it. I'm just going to put the trailer on and talk to you about it as I go through it.
A young dreamer becomes a Jedi Knight.
A Jedi is twisted by the dark side.
And as the Force Awakens, a hero rises up to save the galaxy. Relive.
I love how out of all 3 intros for each trilogy at the start of this, the sequel trilogy's one is by far the blandest.
New combat mechanics allow for greater mastery as you plunge into the action. String attacks together to form impressive combo chains that deal significant damage to enemies.
The combat and the combos you can pull off are just unlike anything we've had in a LEGO game before. I like that because we already had LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, TC Games obviously felt like they need to add more to the next LEGO Star Wars game. It needs to be something completely fresh and something far more expansive. And it seems like they've listened to a lot of the criticism from the latest LEGO games of the past few years. Adding in more lightsaber combos and giving you more depth and breadth to what you can do as all of these different Star Wars characters is really welcome.
Unleashing shock grenades as a bounty hunter, or putting your better half to work as a protocol droid.
Like, it's great when you get like all these characters crammed into these LEGO games and they have like 1 or 2 abilities each, and it really works for the cartoony style. But as I said, we've had LEGO Star Wars: Complete Saga, we've had that. So I think it's really cool, and I'm really thankful that it seems like we're going to be getting proper combos, proper boss battles, proper ship combat. Even the blaster stuff looks really fun. I love how Poe Dameron can just like lay into a load of stormtroopers. Before I delve further into these LEGO blocks, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, Honey.
Honey, honey, do 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 do.
Now, I'm not going to pretend like you don't already know what Honey is and how useful it is, but I'm going to explain it anyway. Norman's on sabbatical, Honey. Honey is a browser extension that searches for promo codes when you're on your favourite websites. You can get codes for anything and everything from shoes, video games, food delivery and more. Once you add items to your cart and are about to check out, Honey will automatically get to work and sift through those online promotions, applying the best coupon available to your order. It's that simple.
Honey, honey, how he thrills me.
It works for so many things that you already might be planning on buying. Why not save a few extra bucks by using Honey? Go to joinhoney.com/fullfat to sign up for free. And that's the thing, because it's LEGO. Sorry, my phone doesn't recognise my own face. Must have thought I was Daniel Radcliffe. Because it's not only a video game, but a cartoony video game, you can get away with so much more, and we're going to get so many more unique, fun, comedy spins on the original material. They've made the droids look far more interesting to play as in this game. I like the charm of being able to switch to the most useless character ever in LEGO Star Wars to the original trilogy. Like, you can be the Gonk droid. I love the Gonk droid, but he's slow, he can't jump, he's pretty useless. It's fun to switch to that kind of character for about 2 seconds before the morbid reality sets in of what you cannot do in that simulation, before you desperately want to switch to another character, preferably with a lightsaber. But this looks a lot better. I really like how C-3PO can detach himself from his body and then go through like vents and stuff. It's a really inventive way of using the fact that these are the Star Wars characters, yes, but they're also blocks that can come apart. As cool as it would be theoretically to get a photoreal video game of all 9 movies that feels really cinematic, I don't think it would be as good as doing something like this in this cartoony style, because it wouldn't open you up to all these extra elements of gameplay. I'm really intrigued by them talking about styles tailored to different characters. I wonder what sort of like different lightsaber combos different characters might share. Maybe someone like Mace Windu will be more powerful and more striking focused like Vader. Maybe someone like Luke and Yoda would be more force based. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
Controls and mechanics put you right in the middle of fierce battles and let you aim with skillful precision.
I think the only thing I would say is that obviously it's quite an action focused trailer. How much building, you know, in the classic LEGO gameplay style with the bubbling bricks lying about everywhere, are we going to get? You know, as much as we're getting more combos and more substantiated shooting mechanics and all the space stuff, that's all awesome. I don't want to detract from that. But I do hope we still get to build and smash, because that's kind of like the core appeal of playing these games, other than the fact that they're based on the movies. What I love about the LEGO games is they have this ability, they've done this since 2005 with the very first game, to make the most boring films, the most boring parts of even the good films, look really fun and look like levels that you really want to play. Everything here, General Grievous versus Obi-Wan Kenobi, not a great duel.
What?
Looks great here. Everything from Rise of Skywalker looks really fun, looks like something I would actually want to play. So if you just take those and the basic story overview and you switch to mumble mode so you don't hear the words Rey or Palpatine in the same sentence, then I imagine this will be really, really fun to play.
But a lightsaber isn't the only weapon in a Jedi's arsenal.
Jango Fett Obi-Wan Kenobi fight on Kamino looks fantastic.
The Force is everywhere. Harness its power to lift objects, attack enemies, or influence others.
On every level, it looks like the core abilities and gameplay from the previous LEGO games has been expanded on. Like the mind trick, the fact that you can persuade and do all these different things, and it hovers with the different options, is fantastic. I think that's going to be so much fun, and I can't wait to see what different creatures you can use that on, how it's going to be used for puzzles. I want to tame and ride a crate dragon, or a rancor.
By progressively unlocking planets as you journey your way through the saga.
Ejector to access the
See, this is what I am
Influencer.
really excited about. The galaxy map. Coruscant, Exegol, Jakku, Actu, Takodana, Kefbir, Endor, Bespin, Hoth, Mustafar, Utapar, Dagobah, Crate, Naboo, Pisana, Geonosis, Dakar. I don't know some of these sequel trilogy planet names. Tatooine, Kamino, Kashyyyk, Kimji. Is that Kimji? Kijimi? Kimji? Kantuk. You know what? I'm just gonna give up some of the last ones. You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about. I can't wait to see just how explorative and open world each of these planets are. As long as it's just like not like a big wide open sandbox with nothing to do. But I don't think it will be. I think hopefully, with any doubt, these levels will be very detailed. I'm most excited to jump around probably Kamino, Geonosis, and Coruscant. Coruscant especially. I'm very excited to see more of Coruscant. And I really like that it looks like you can sort of like warp into the atmosphere around a planet before you actually land, and there's all these kind of like side missions and quests to do and other ships to fight. It looks really awesome. It feels like you're really going to feel a sense that you're actually travelling through space in the Star Wars universe rather than just like going through a level select or being at a hub world. I want to point out that when I first watched this and it kept cutting to all the mumbles, I was so excited by all of the other gameplay additions and the things that we were being shown that I was not picking up on the fact that they were mumbling in the cutscenes at all. It was not until the reveal at the end, so I'm an idiot. I'm just so excited for all the combinations you're going to be able to do in couch co-op with your best mate. Like, you know, the duos, myself and Mr. Charlie Lily are going to be popping out here. I'm talking Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn, Episode 3 Anakin and Obi-Wan, Han Solo and Lando, Han Solo and Chewbacca, Anakin and Ahsoka, Han and Leia, Luke and Vader together, Luke and Anakin both as Jedi Knights, Mace Windu and Luke Skywalker, Count Dooku and Kylo Ren, Darth Maul with anyone from the sequel trilogy, just because it would be so great to see them like mashed together from opposite ends of the saga.
Hyperbricks to unlock new features, including upgraded abilities.
So there's like a core upgrade tree, and then there's different classes: Jedi, Hero, Scavenger, Scoundrel, Bounty Hunter, what I imagine is Imperial, Dark Side, Astromech Droid, Protocol Droids. That's a lot of different ability classes. That's so awesome. And you get to upgrade all of them. When the trailer like this comes out, and it is that awesome, after I've been doing a couple of videos of pure criticism and things kind of being a bit mixed, it just feels like I'm doing one long sponsor for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And I wish they were paying me. I wish this was a sponsor. It's not. I'm just very excited for it. It's actually very sad.
Whether using a scavenger's net launcher to climb with swift agility.
Net launchers confirmed. I'm glad. I love how like blast characters like Han Solo, they don't really have any specialised abilities like Mandalorians and Jedi and stuff. So in video games they just give them bullshit. Like in Battlefront 1 when Han had like that special shot that could go through a lightsaber, and here it's like, oh yeah, Han has like really lucky shots and it like will destroy a whole bridge with just 2 blaster shots. But you know, I'm all here for it. Dark Rise, boost the power and capabilities of Force Lift. Non-droid enemies. That's cool, they're dividing it up into like lifts and pushes and stuff. There was a moment where someone was telekinetically moving someone with a force, or it was an object or something, and it did give me Force Unleashed vibes. It would be amazing if on today's hardware they could get LEGO games to utilise the force as good as that game does. It doesn't have to be as destructive, but I would definitely like to have like all the freedom to pick things up and move things around as good as that game does it. Oh, poor Gonky's here. I feel bad now. I feel bad. I hope you didn't hear me saying all that stuff earlier. Oh my god, this bit with Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul with Qui-Gon in the background from episode 1. It looks hot. It looks fucking sweet. I think all the lightsaber battles are going to be really cool. I'm most excited for probably this one, the Mustafar fight, and probably the Return of the Jedi and Empire fights. I think they're going to be really awesome levels. I wonder if the Return of the Jedi level will do the same thing that LEGO Star Wars 2 did, where you take over Vader, he turns at the start of the level rather than at the end, and you and Luke both collectively take on the Emperor, because there'll need to be a second player. Although, now that the droids and that have been given more abilities, maybe it'll be Luke and a droid. I hope not. I really like the original game, Vader and Luke team up. It's one of those cool things that you can only do in a video game. So yeah, it'd be awesome to see here. I guess we'll only find out on April 5th whether or not the magic of LEGO Star Wars has been restored for certain, but it's looking pretty safe. So if you need me on April 5th, I'm going to be out of office because I've got some LEGO games to play as an adult man. What are your thoughts on the Skywalker Saga? Which character pairings are you most excited to try out? Let me know in the comments below. Just quickly before I go, I was going to do a video on how hyped I was for the Batman, because as I said in the previous video, I want to be more positive for you guys. There's been enough things coming out that I've found were mediocre, and you know, I don't like doing that. It's no fun for me, and I find it's no fun for you guys, so I'd much rather talk about some positive stuff. I had a video planned. I was going to delve into the Batman, why I'm so hyped for it, why I think it looks fantastic, but Alex over at High Top already did that. Bastard. No, but seriously, it happens. Go and check it out over on his channel if you haven't already. So I think any video I would do on it, just talking about how hyped I am as a preview before it comes out, would be a bit redundant. But I'm just going to talk about it now as a little aside in this video. Why, you might ask? Yeah, because it's not really a segue, is it, to Star Wars or Lego? But I actually just recently bought the Batmobile from the movie.
Bruce Wayne.
And I think it's a fucking fantastic build. That's probably the only time you're going to ever see swearing in Lego in the same YouTube video. It's an absolutely beautiful model. It's really sturdy, and it perfectly captures the look and shape and feel of the Battinson car. I hope this is coming up in focus for you guys. And the detailing on the engine, it's fantastic, and it also fires. I don't know if you saw that. There's also one I made earlier. I'm just showing off Batmobiles that I bought recently now. This one really doesn't have any connection to the video, but I just thought I would also show it off because I think it's one of the best Lego sets I have ever bought. An absolutely fantastic model from top to bottom. I just can't get over how it's perfectly captured the shape of the Nolan tumbler to a T. For those of you that ever buy Lego, you might remember, I think it was in 2008, or it might have been a bit later, it might have been 2009 to 2010, there was a tumbler that came out already from the Nolan movies, and it was nowhere near as sleek or as well designed as this one. I'm actually astounded at how well made it is. So yeah, Lego have really blown the bloody doors off with this. And with this, honestly, just look at this. Look at this. Two perfect Batmobiles. I kind of wish there were more Batmobiles in circulation right now because I feel like I could just buy a load of them. But yeah, in short, the King is returning. You can't get bored of Batman films because they always look this damn good. And I'm very excited to see this Batmobile in action. I love the idea that it's been described as like a horror sequence whenever it shows up. I think it's going to look so incredibly invincible and intimidating for the Penguin and his cronies. And I can't wait. That shot in the trailer where you see it from like the back as it sort of like skids and then the car rolls in the background. Mwah! Mwah! Matt Reeves. Mwah! I salute you. Also, Robert Pattinson's going to be utterly fantastic. I thought it was quite humorous that Reeves recently said, you know, there's some people that know him pre-Twilight and some people that know him post-Twilight, and it's like, it's been some time now since Twilight. If you're not already on the Rob Pattinson hype train, if you're any sort of film or TV fan, you should get on it, because there's plenty of good stuff from him there. And I think the Batman's going to be another addition to that stellar filmography, if I'm honest. The score is suitably epic for a Batman theme, but now the full thing has been released, it's a far more melancholic song than I thought it would be. That fits right in with Pattinson's recent comments, where he's spoken about the desire to capture the cursed, lonely and sad side to the Dark Knight's persona, as seen in Mask of the Phantasm. The fact that this Batman actor has that comprehensive a knowledge of the filmic canon and the core tenets of the character tells me that we can expect great things from his take on the Caped Crusader. Are you excited for the Batman? What moments from the trailer have you excited the most? I would love to know, because I I have full-blown Batman fever right now. Indulge me. Dun 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 dun. If you like this video, please consider subscribing for more videos on games, the wars, the soups, and more. And if you really feel like it, yeah, why not follow the Instagram too for cool little edits and photoshops. Cheers. A big thank you to my full fat tier patron, Dr. Chike. If you'd like to donate money to my Patreon, you can find me at patreon.com/fullfatvideos. If you'd like to find me on Instagram, you can find me at full_fat_videos. And if you'd like to find me on Twitter, you can find me at, you guessed it, at fullfatvideos.